The parable of the two brothers, which we hear every Lent, is really a story about distance. Distance from their father and distance from their truest selves. The younger son made a terrible error in leaving his home. He goes in search of joy, taking the path of complete autonomy. He is connected to no one, not to his father or even to himself. His conversion begins when he re-enters into himself. He comes to his senses, comes back to himself, to his true identity in the Father's house. This re-entering into himself involves a return to the truth about himself and a rediscovery of how wonderful the Father really is. The older son, who lives close to the Father physically, ironically has placed a greater distance between himself and his Father because he has the attitude of a slave. He says, "All the years I've served you, not once have you given me a goat to celebrate with my friends." He's lived the continuous error of behaving like a slave in the house of the Father. The older son, in fact, is saying he doesn't want to celebrate with his father. He would prefer to do his own thing with his own friends. "With you, Father, I'm just a slave. I'd prefer to do as my younger brother did and go away and have a feast somewhere else." He shows us that a servile attachment to God doesn't lead to joy, but to bitterness. He considers himself faithful and is angry that his wayward brother should be rewarded for his sinfulness. The older brother shows that he truly believes that real enjoyment comes from these forbidden worldly pleasures. We see, in fact, that the older brother is as far away from the father as the younger brother was when he left home. It seems absurd, but the older brother who keeps the rules is more in error than the younger brother who broke the rules recklessly. It's more dangerous to live convinced of our own righteousness than to be in error and discover our true identity through the mercy of the Father. People who are under the illusion of their own faithfulness find it more difficult to repent than sinners whose offenses are clear to everyone. The parable is usually named after the prodigal son or the merciful father, but its real center is the older son. This passage opens with the grumbling Pharisees and ends with the grumbling son, who does not rejoice in the fact that his brother has been restored to life. It is very difficult to be converted from a position of false righteousness. Sin is a terrible thing, but the Father is always greater than our sin. But more than anything, he respects our freedom. If we consider ourselves righteous and say no to the mercy of the Father, then there is little he can do. The prodigal son's heart was opened by hunger to the beauty of the Father. All of us are in a way impoverished and have a desperate need to enter the feast of the Father. May this Lent help us to climb down from our lofty opinion of ourselves and open our hearts to the Father's love and mercy.